Alright, what is up boys and girls, welcome back to another video. As always, thank you very much for joining me. I am Crypto Maximalist. Please do like and subscribe, leave a comment down below for the comment section, really helps out the channel. And make sure you check out the description, loads of great benefits to signing up there. Today I wanted to do a video about some meme coins that I've been looking at that have really good potential in this upcoming bull market. Some potential 100, maybe even more X's in my opinion, at least 10 X's in the bull market. I've been holding for some time and some of them I've just been taking a look at potentially, but I wanted to bring some of them to your attention because I thought it would be a good video. So please watch till the end so you can see some of the cryptos that I've potentially been looking at for the long term into this bull market over the next year. Bitcoin's almost at a new all-time high, so when that is the case, we're going to probably start seeing a lot of meme coins starting to move over the next 6 months. Bitcoin heading up to new all-time highs, Ethereum heading up, and Solana obviously looking really bullish and leading the charge to the upside. So a few cryptos that I've been looking at personally. If you follow my Twitter, which you should, there's a link for that in the description, you'll probably know about some of these already. But these are some of the cryptos that I've been looking at recently that I think have got really good potential. The first one here is ticker symbol DOGS, which is on Ethereum. It's called Dog and Snout Skeptic. It's basically another Matt Fury art illustration crypto. I think this has got a really good potential. The chart is also gearing up like an absolute beast, as you can see here. In my opinion, these are the kinds of charts that I really like. A huge launch, as you can see, really big, massive move to the upside. What did we launch at here price wise? 10x, 100x, basically 1000x up to here, up to these all-time highs. Market cap is 700k right now, so really low. Obviously this isn't a rug. Lots of liquidity on Ethereum as well. You can see we've still got a decent amount of daily volume even though we've been going sideways. And as you can see, I've obviously been looking at this chart for a while. I've got a little bit of a range drawn in. You can see right here for this crypto, we've basically had this initial, big massive pump, dump, another pump, and then since then we've been trickling to the downside. But you can see these big wicks, whales have been accumulating this crypto because they know once we go into the bull market, cryptos like this, especially under 1 million market cap, could easily 100x. 100 million market cap is nothing these days for crypto memes, as we've seen with loads of cryptos recently that have been pumping up to like 100 million in one day. So clearly the liquidity and the interest is there. You just need to be picking the right cryptos, and I do think cryptos like this that are really low and they have a good base and foundation of a chart like this have a good chance of moving to the upside in the future. You can see basically we've just been consolidating over the past few days. We've had a few more whales coming in as well, buying like 3 or 4k at a time. So you can see here, big potential I think for this one. This one's got a good narrative behind it as well. And I do think this is just in general just a really good looking chart that's probably going to at least, even if we go back to the all-time high here, which is up here at around 1,500 or whatever, it's a 10x from the current price. So in my opinion, a pretty safe bet going forward in my opinion. One of the cryptos I've been holding for a while and looking to buy more of. The next one I've been looking at recently is Crying Cat, ticker symbol Crying. This is obviously a really interesting crypto in general. For me, it's got a really good narrative behind it. The market cap is super low, 143k. Obviously cryptos like this have a big swing risk and people can obviously rug these potentially at any time, but we've got really good liquidity, as we have been looking at for quite a few of these cryptos. Have all got really good liquidity. I don't really buy things that don't have good liquidity. You can see here obviously a decent amount of volume, buyers and sellers. You can see this chart. This is one of the best charts I've seen in so long in crypto. Genuinely, I think this thing looks absolutely insane. Obviously with that really big launch, we came down here, we had a CTO I think where we basically overtook the project, the community took over the project. You can see here this previous resistance here flipped into support. Another huge swing to the upside when we had a cat frenzy in the end of April, start of May. You can see here this is a massive move. Literally, what is it we're talking about? That's 10x there. Basically almost 100x, maybe like 60-70x on this big swing here in the space of a week. So obviously this is really, this is possible. This could easily happen again. And considering how this thing is literally gearing up now in this amazing range that it's in, we could easily see another move like that to the upside for this, considering its low market cap as well. This is a crypto that I personally bought. I bought some around here when I saw this pumping, and I put some more down here. So my average entry is about at the current price, waiting for a moon to the upside. I do think when the cat euphoria comes back around, which it undoubtedly will, we're going to be seeing some really nice moves to the upside for cryptos like this, Crying Cat being one of them. And I think, even if we just got 100x from here, we'd only be looking at like $15 million market cap, which you could do in literally like a day. even less than a day in crypto these days with how crazy memes do get. So overall, looking really, really, really good on the charts. This is a really, really strong looking chart. You can see, obviously, we've got resistance, support, resistance, we test support again. We're starting to move up now, and if we break this resistance and head back up to the all-time high, we'll be heading up a nice 10x from the current price up into these wicks here. And then if we do break upwards in a new cat meme season in the bull market, we could easily be seeing 100x, maybe even more gains for this. So I bought this and I'm holding, waiting for that big move to the upside. I think we'll get our day in the sun, but obviously these things do carry a significant amount of risk of, you know, complete loss of your funds as well. So something that I'm just laying a bet on right now and waiting for to see what will happen next. Obviously, if you know the channel, then you know that Byte is one of my favorite cryptos to hold at the minute. It's basically gearing up just like SHIB was in 2018. Really, really, really strong narrative behind this. Really, really good in general. Loads of liquidity. Got almost $1 million of liquidity. $8 million market cap. Very established. And pretty much any time that Elon Musk posts anything about Byte in terms of Grok AI and X, Twitter and Byte, you get a big pump just like you did here. And I do think this is going to do really well in the bull market. Obviously, right now, it's not looking like it's doing anything special. Just continuing to go sideways, really, and putting in a range for the most part. But I do think this is a crypto that lots of people are hanging on to. There's lots of liquidity, lots of volume as well, which I think is pretty good on Ethereum. And we are just lying in wait, really, for meme coin season to come back around. Obviously, this is a dog meme, so when we get the new dog meme frenzy, especially if there's a big AI boom as well, you could easily see this ripping to the upside. This doesn't really need that much introduction. I do think the narrative behind this is super strong, and in my opinion, we'll probably be seeing some real fireworks for this going into the bull market. I could easily see this 10, 20, 30, maybe even 50 or 100x from the current price. Going up towards $1 billion market cap is entirely possible in the bull market for this, in my opinion. The next one that I've been looking at, obviously, this is another one that needs no introduction. This is Daddy, Andrew Tate's crypto. I think the narrative behind Andrew Tate is just too powerful to ignore, to be honest. Stepping aside from whatever you may think of him, I don't personally mind him at all. I think he makes quite a lot of sense in a lot of instances. But you have to look at just in terms of pure narrative force. I think Andrew Tate's got a massive pull. And I think this crypto is going to do extremely well going into the next few years. I think considering the things that he's been saying about how people are going to be able to generate revenue from staking Daddy in the real world, I think the whole ecosystem could potentially turn into something really, really profitable for investors. And overall, I just do think the hype surrounding Andrew Tate is only going to increase over time. And he's probably going to pump this thing to the absolute moon. He said it himself once. He's basically got all the people out that are selling. He's going to pump this thing literally to the moon. And I could easily see this going over $1, $2, $5, maybe even $10 if we do see Andrew Tate really stepping in and just absolutely pushing this to the masses in the bull market. You could get peak euphoria bull market where retail are just piling in. I could easily see this doing 10, 20, 50x in the bull market. Right now, the chart, as you can see here, basically a huge move at the start. Big dump, and then obviously we've formed this really nice resistance line, resistance, and we've got this area of accumulation where we do seem to keep bouncing. We're currently in this area of accumulation, which is somewhere I'm personally buying as well. And you can see here, we could easily see this going back up a nice like 3 or 4x back to the all-time high and continuing. Right now, this just looks really, really good to me. And the narrative behind it is just too strong to ignore. Something that I think I just had to be in, even with only a small position of 1 or 2k. I could easily see this going and, you know, doing a 10, 20x in the bull market. And I'm just interested to see what the benefits will be going forward as well. And one more crypto then that I do think has got really good narrative potential. This is MAGA, or MAGA, Trump's hat, MAGA hat on Solana. Not the one on Ethereum, because for personal reasons I haven't been invested in that one just because of the founder. I'm a bit suspicious of the founder. But basically, as we can see here, we have got MAGA on Sol, which has got a really, really interesting chart for me as well, in my opinion. Obviously, a huge launch, a massive, massive pump on launch. You can see here, obviously, we've sold off and found an area of support, which is down here around this 5,000th of or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is, what is this, a half a cent? It's a 100th of a cent or whatever. A 500th of a cent? Who knows? Basically, we're at this level here, and you can see here, every single time that we come down to into this area, we have been bouncing, and we've formed this resistance which we've broken out of and now back tested into, and we've formed this really, really good area of structure and sideways structure. And again, as I said, with Daddy, and with Byte, the narrative is really, really strong around Trump. If he wins the election, I do think, which is quite likely that he will, in my opinion, there's going to be a massive, massive fireworks for a lot of these cryptos. I could easily see this moving up towards the all-time high, which again, as I said before, heading up to the all-time high from here is a 20x alone, which is easily possible on this chart. You could see this running up with some really bullish Trump news pretty easily. And then beyond that, you could easily see another big fat move to the upside going up here. I mean, considering the fact that this is at 340k market cap, you could see 100x for this and it would only be 30 million. 1000x is 300 million, which is what I believe Trump, the other crypto, is at right now. Overall, just a really, really solid prospect of buying these super low caps. If you catch the right narrative, in my opinion, you're going to see some real fireworks. So that is it for today, guys. I do think that these are some cryptos definitely to keep an eye on. They've got some really, really solid potential, really super low dangerous market caps. So obviously invest at your own risk. This is not financial advice. I just thought it'd be interesting to highlight some of the things I'm looking at personally, because I do think some of these are going to absolutely moon into the bull market, especially with the narratives behind them. So as I said, like and subscribe, leave a comment, check out the description, sign up to the links below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.